Mike Pompeo will visit Taiwan in September. Hydrogen passenger trains hit the rails in Germany. Professor says massive UFO disclosure is around the corner. Algeria seeks to replace French with English in schools. Indian gang ran fake police station for 8 months. Greta Thunberg spotted in a 120-year-old photo. Over 900 killed by monsoon rains and floods in Pakistan. Passage on fertility to be removed from Polish textbooks.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It's Friday, August 26th, and here are your top stories. According to Taiwan news outlet Liberty Times, former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will make his second trip to Taiwan this year in September to attend the Global Taiwan Business Forum in Kaohsiung. In addition, Pompeo is also reportedly scheduled to deliver an opening speech at the World Taiwan Chamber of Commerce event on September 28th and visit Taiwanese companies. Before the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, Pompeo offered to fly with the speaker amid pressure from Beijing.
The Taiwanese people deserve the world's respect for continuing down this free, democratic, and sovereign path.
Taiwan News reported that the Liberty Times will host the inaugural Global Taiwan Business Forum at the Kaohsiung Marriott Hotel, where more than 300 Taiwanese business executives will participate. The theme of Pompeo's keynote speech will be on new business opportunities for Taiwan in the post-pandemic era, based on global economic and trade trends. The Liberty Times said Pompeo's visit will be focusing on developing democratic industrial chains to secure supply chains against the threat from China.
The world's first fleet of hydrogen-powered passenger trains was launched on Wednesday in Germany, replacing 15 diesel trains that previously operated on non-electrified tracks in the state of Lower Saxony. The 14 trains use hydrogen fuel cells to generate electricity that powers the engines. The trains manufactured by French company Alstom are operated by regional rail company LNVG on routes between the northern towns of Cuxhaven, Bremerhaven, Bremervoort, and Buxtehude.
By using hydrogen produced with renewable energy, the trains will save 1.6 million liters of diesel fuel a year. The hydrogen is currently produced as a byproduct in chemical processes, but German specialty gas company Linde plans to produce it locally using only renewable energy within 3 years. The official launch on Wednesday, August 24th, comes after a trial operation with 2 prototypes that ran successfully between fall 2018 and February 2020.
Dr. Gary Nolan, a renowned immunologist at Stanford, has claimed there is an active cover-up conducted by the U.S. government regarding technology that has come from another planet. Nolan has recently become involved in UFOs and their disclosure. According to Nolan, there is a group of people that were involved in recovering UFO debris for secret government programs, and these individuals will soon be coming forward to reveal what they know. The Stanford professor claims that he has spoken to important people.
Now look what's right off the backside of San Clemente.
Nolan said that important people are about to come out and whistleblow on what the government has been hiding. The media said that Nolan is the lead author of the journal about anomalous materials associated with UFOs. Since the formation of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force in 2020 in the U.S., multiple publications have reported on Nolan's involvement with the Pentagon and the CIA to investigate samples of materials supposedly ejected at purported sites of UFO sightings.
Algerian President Abdelmadjid Tebboune has announced that the former French colony will start teaching English in primary schools later this year. Algerian Higher Education Minister Tayyip Bouzid declared that the French language does not get us anywhere and ordered the country's 77 universities and higher education institutes to use English rather than French. The move the government made sparked fierce debate about the country's strong linguistic and cultural ties to France.
If we don't study in English, there can be no future.
People opposing the idea warn that French is a window to modernity for Algeria that would shut and cut off the country from the benefits of the accumulation of human capital generated by the use of French in Algeria. Supporters of making English the main foreign language said the change is necessary, They argue that the English language is one of knowledge, especially in the technical and the scientific fields. You can see the articles written in English are of better quality and larger quantity.
Incidents of fraudsters pretending to be police or soldiers are common in India, where there's widespread fear and respect for those in uniform. But setting up a phony police station takes up the scams to the next level. The media reported that an Indian gang operated a fake police station from a hotel for 8 months, where the people he hired dressed up as officers and are believed to have extorted money from hundreds of people. The fake police station in Bihar state was set up barely 500 meters from the home of the actual local police chief.
అక్రమాలకు పాల్పడుతున్న ముఠాను పోలీసులు అరెస్ట్ చేశారు. పోలీసుల విచారణలో
According to a report written by AFP, the scam fell apart when a genuine police officer spotted 2 members of the gang carrying guns made in local workshops instead of service-issue weapons. At least 6 members of the gang, including 2 women, were arrested, but the ringleader is still at large. The police said the gang charged money from locals coming into the fake police station to file complaints and cases, while pocketing cash from others by promising to help them secure social housing or jobs in the police force.
Greta Thunberg, the 19-year-old Swedish girl who heavily criticized world leaders attending the COP26 conference 2021 in Glasgow, was spotted in a 120-year-old photo that appears to show the climate change activist could be a time traveler. The 1898 photo, taken by snapper Eric Heck, shows 3 kids working in a gold mine in Canada's Yukon Territory, and one of them bears an uncanny resemblance to the teenage climate change activist. To add to the mystery, it's impossible to pin down their identity.
It's all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
The media reported the snap first surfaced back in 2019, leaving social media users reeling over the similarity. The photo, which belongs to the University of Washington in Seattle, attracted plenty of attention, with archivist Lisa Oberg telling Canada's CBC in 2019, "We've had about 15 to 20 requests just to talk about the photo, and we're getting into almost the triple digits now in terms of requests to use the photo." Thunberg could appear to be wise beyond her years because she's actually a time traveler.
According to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, since mid-June, heavy monsoon rains and floods have affected 2.3 million people in Pakistan. At least 95,350 homes have been destroyed. At least 903 people have died, including 326 children. Pakistan's Minister for Climate Change, Sharif Rahman, said thousands are homeless, without shelter, without food. Communication lines have been cut off. It is a serious humanitarian disaster.
जुज़वी तौर पर बंद साउथ से आने वाली ट्रैफिक को चकदरा में रोक दिया गया। उधर कोहे सुलेमान के पहाड़ों पर मुसलसल बारिश से पंजाब में सैलाब।
CNN reported that the Pakistani government has appealed for international assistance after it utilized all available resources to help the victims. On Wednesday, the Governmental National Disaster Management Authority said more international funding was needed for flood relief, rehabilitation, and the reconstruction of damaged infrastructure. The National Disaster Management Authority said Pakistan has monsoon rains every year, but nothing has been as bad as the rains this summer.
The publisher of a new textbook in Poland said Monday that it disagreed with the criticism and the wrong interpretation of a passage on human fertility in the textbook. But the publishing house, Billy Kirk, said that taking into account the social good, we decided with the author to remove the controversial fragment from the textbook. The Polish Education Ministry said on Twitter that only a mind sick and mad with hatred would interpret the passage that way.
Czarnek I jego współpracownicy zamieścili takie słowa, że dzieci w in vitro to jest...
In its first version, the controversial passage from the book titled History and the Present said, increasingly sophisticated methods of separating sex from love and fertility lead to the treatment of sex as entertainment and fertility as human production. One could say, breeding. This raises a fundamental question. Who will love the children thus produced? The passage appears to take a dim view of in vitro fertilization, yet many people interpreted that passage as meaning that children born by IVF are undeserving of love.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. Let's make every day a fun day. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I will see you next time.